Yes, and good afternoon, everyone who's tuning in for this replay of the OBBL Season 11 semi-final. The Wong Wizards taking on Derka Jihad. The match was an absolute epic, so I am very keen to be able to upload this onto YouTube for wider viewing. But there's an ulterior motive, don't mind me, for broadcasting this. There's been a lot of talk in the chat recently around luck, and this match is particularly pertinent in that discussion. I really want to go back, watch it again, point out some of the lucky points, because I think if we really critically analyse it, and I'll be doing my best to do that objectively, noting it is my team, but I think both teams in this game were really lucky in some key points, and it made for some epic gameplay, which was just so enjoyable. So I'm going to say it up front, Jawa did an amazing job in this game to just pile on pressure. It was fantastic. Then the banter that was put up in the tipping video the week prior, saying that he had the better team. I think some of the key skills on each of the teams came into play here, so it was really interesting to see how it all unfolded. So we'll jump into it, but as I'm doing that, to Jawa, very unlucky to end up with the loss the way that it did. If you don't want to know the scores, you haven't seen the game, look away now. You'll see them momentarily. Yeah, let's get this replay going. So while that's loading, I'll continue with mate Jawa. You played your absolute, I don't know, claws off. I don't know what, dwarf off. I don't know. You did an amazing job, mate, and it was a really, really enjoyable game. On reflection, it was pretty stressful at the time. But hey, do you know what's funny about that is that my mum was actually here visiting, and she's a beautiful Christian woman who may or may not have heard some profanity from me that she hasn't heard since I was about 15. So if it's any consolation, Jawa, you may not have won the match, but you may have sullied my mum's opinion of me. So I don't know. Consolation prize, maybe? Alright, so here we go. I win the toss, or the Wizards win the toss and elect to kick here. So winning a toss is I suppose, I guess you could call it 50-50. Fan factor was, I think, even, if I remember correctly. Oh no, I've got +1. And the weather is fine. So the Wizards go in on the receive. They have induced a bomber. So with Nuffle's altar, that's 10 grand that they can spend to get the bomber. No, it wasn't discussed, because I don't think you need to discuss your inducements with your opponent. Yeah, 10 grand. So not too much difference. Yeah, Goblins up the front. This team's really difficult to decide who you're going to put on the line. Anyways. Kickoff return was really useful in this game. Cheering fans, so let's make a note of that. Cheering fans gets the Wizards an extra reroll. You'd say that's pretty lucky. Super guy. What a guy he was. How sweet is it when you get 2 in a row? So 8-12, 9-11 armor and injury rolls on those ones. Look, I'm going to write that down. That's pretty lucky. You would expect that you get 1. You could, yeah, reasonably, I think it's pretty fair to say you get 1. When you get 3 blocks on a blitz, you're hitting armor 7. This is stunty, so it's even easier. It's 3 out of 4 knockdowns, 3 out of 4 armor breaks, but it's all armor 7 is the use of claw. So using the skills well there, use kick-off return, use sure hands. So team showing exactly what it's been built to do. Mighty Blow hits on all of those, which is good. No knockdown for my claw Mighty Blow. He does this a lot this game. Ducks in and out. Love a goblin block. It's a 50-50 chance for each bomb to hit. Had 2 goes at it, you'd expect one of them to maybe get hit. So it's probably slightly lucky he didn't. Not a huge impact though. I won't try and talk too much about tactics here because ultimately it came down to the roll of a dice to win, so you can't argue tactics on either team here, but I will talk about tactics when it affects your opportunity to be lucky. It's an interesting decision to hold the ball deep. I think the longer that you try and stall out a drive, the longer. Yeah, so that's pretty lucky. Fails the block, but breaks the troll's armor, who's armor 9, and armor 7 with hit with Mighty Blow, doesn't break. So that's okay. Yeah, the longer you try and stall out a drive for, the more opportunities you give your opponent to have an impact on your team, to get themselves into it, unless you really are maintaining the initiative in terms of controlling the blocks, which at this point in time, it's not. You wouldn't say the Chorfs have got the initiative. Yes, they're acting, and the Wizards are reacting, but in the next couple of turns, you'll see the difference. At this point in time, the Wizards pretty much do still have their freedom of action, which is what you want in maintaining the initiative, or in the battle for the initiative. You want to have your freedom of action. If you can take away your opponent's freedom of action, you would say that you've got the initiative and therefore are controlling the gameplay. It's probably pretty lucky that the knockdown wasn't a break, but I mean, he's done plenty of breaks so far. Kind of levels it out a little. What do we, 3rd claw Mighty Blow hit, still no armor break. So again, neither team really lucky there. I'm having to use rerolls to keep my blocking initiative here, which I'm sure Joel would have been licking his lips at. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of tactically. You almost, when you hold the ball deep, you've got the opportunity for your team to become divided. You'll see here the Wizards have got all of their players between 2 main clumps of the Jihad players, which it works out okay in the long run for the Jihad, but yeah, it's the risk that you take with trying to extend the drive too long, or if you're trying to chase casualties and running your team down the pitch, you give the opportunity for the opposition coach to divide you. That's another break. And another break. Another break and a Kaz. One dice block. And a knockout. So 4 opportunities to hit players, removes 2 of them, stuns the other 2. So that's 4 out of 4 not effective for the next turn. I'd say that's pretty lucky. Another Mighty Blow hit on Armor 7. He's fine. So luck comes in different ways. For the person who has joined in, I said at the start that I'm looking at this game, trying to be objective about, to add some context to who was really lucky in this game. And the Wizards were absolutely lucky with some of the things that happened later on in the game. But the first 4 turns, you would say that the Chorfs have been very lucky. They've got 4 removals. Now that's a mistake. That's either a misclick or a... That must have been a misclick, or didn't see it. I'm not sure how it happens, but you know, that's not luck. That's just a mistake. You know, you've got to be concentrating. You've got to check what you're doing. You know, was it the necessary first move? I don't know. But yeah. So to Kaz the ball carrier on the first opportunity on the sack, I would say that's lucky. Draws out the Apo, which is an interesting choice. But yeah, that is lucky to Kaz the ball carrier on the first opportunity. But, I mean, the Wizards have been unlucky in terms of the armor breaks that they've had up to this point. It's been rife. They haven't really broken much armor themselves, and have, but that's okay. You know, this game is as I said at the start, it's an indication of how luck can manifest in different ways, and we focus on one particular way a lot of the time. Interesting choice. Interesting choice there to go on the ball. I don't think it overly affects the luck, so I won't talk to that particular tactic. 2 dice uphill on a troll, it's pretty lucky. That's... And Claw Mighty Blow fires. 10, 10, not Claw Mighty Blow, that's a natural. The Apo gone. It's probably 50-50 scatter. No, not really favouring anyone too much. Probably the fact that it's gone towards the Wizards end zone is probably more lucky for them. But not a huge impact, I wouldn't have thought. So the knockdowns that the Wizards are getting are starting to have an impact. So there's 2 players removed in 1 turn. So that mirrors what the Chorfs had a turn or 2 ago. So they're starting to swing a bit. You would say that the Chorfs have had the run of it up to this point. Now the Wizards are starting to have a bit of a say. That one probably balances the 2 dice uphill that they got away with before. Now Bull Centaur pickup, that's pretty lucky. That's pretty lucky. In isolation, not so much, but as we watch the rest of the game, those Bull Centaurs had a blinder of a game. Another break. Could have absolutely been a lot worse. But in terms of the statistics, if you were to add up the dice rolls, you'd say that the Chorfs aren't having a bad run at it. Okay, this is a pretty important sequence of dice rolls here in comparing luck. So what have we got? We've got 3+ dodge. Fails, needs to use the team reroll. 3+ dodge. Now 2+ go for it. 3 and a 2. Okay. Whereas this next play, okay, the block, you'll discount that, it's 2 dice, it's pretty safe. Breaks armor and control, which is great. Needed to use the mighty blow, but that's neither here nor there. Now what do we got? I believe this is 3 go for it. 1, 2, 2 go for it and a dodge. And then 3 go for it. And a handoff. So why I wanted to point that out is because, you know, you would go, oh, it's unlucky you failed the catch, but you had to roll 5 go for it to make that opportunity work. So 5 go for it. Yes, he had sure feet. Had to do 5 go for it, a dodge, and a handoff. So that's 7 dice. Whereas that opportunity wouldn't have even been there if the 3+, 2+, the previous turn had come off. So, you know, we focus on the 3+ being unlucky that he failed. But that opportunity wouldn't have even been there if the Wizards had been slightly more lucky on the last turn. So you sort of, yeah, it's why I think it's important to analyse this. But I mean, look, we'll pencil it down as lucky for the Wizards that the handoff didn't come off. 7 dice rolls had sure feet on 2 bull centaurs and a team reroll. So 7 dice rolls for 3 rerolls. I had 2 dice rolls with 1 reroll. Pretty similar. Quick snap. Guess you'd call that lucky for the Wizards. If you look at it in isolation, it's not much, but on the basis that the first kickoff was a re-roll for the Wizards, and now this one's is a quick snap, you'd say that they've definitely had the benefit of the kickoff results. So that's lucky for them, for me, if you like. Now remember, contrast, first turn there was 3 out of 4 knockdowns, 3 out of 4 armor breaks, and 2 removals. So far we've got 3 out of 3 knockdowns, 1 out of 3 armor breaks, and 1 removal. So Wizards had a better percentage of knockdowns, but Jihad had a better percentage of removals. I think the next few turns are devout of any particular notable luck. It's sort of just a bit of jostling around the place. So 1 dice on the trolls, not maximising your luck. Yourself. It's a 50-50, you're going to knock him down. And it's drawing play. Oh, I won't talk technically, that's But yeah, it's certainly not maximising your luck. That wrestle, that majorly changed my plans for this turn. Armor 7 holds. Dodge skill coming into effect. I disagree with that follow-up there. I think that was a mistake on my part. And a retreat. You don't often see me retreat, but it didn't go how I wanted it to in that turn. But that's okay. Dwarf on Goblin is always going to go the dwarf's way. Probably pretty lucky there. Poor Mighty Blow didn't fire. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure that that's a more desired break, which didn't have Mighty Blow or Claw. They probably balance each other out, those two blocks. In fact, it probably prefers the Claw Mighty Blow guy being stunned. And again, this changes the plan again. Not being able to get that guy knocked down. So this is on the fly this turn. Yeah, again, it's not overly lucky. Your block doesn't come off. You have to change your plan a little. Troll's been good this game. He's a well-behaved boy. I think he boneheaded maybe once. I think it was a 4+. So. Dodge fires again, which is good. So dodge firing after the last 2 turns, which has been good. That's what it's there for. Same as Dwarves having block and it firing. You know, Dwarves suffering a little bit from what, not necessarily. I was going to say suffering from what the Wizards did in the first 4 or 5 turns of their half, in the previous half, but obviously not so. It's the knockdown, which was probably the important one. He probably wanted to make sure that one come off. I think he would have re-rolled that to make sure that he could get in and divide the team. So you put in some work, no like you. Oh, sorry, that's dodge again coming into effect. So needed to re-roll, got away with it. Needed the pass, got away with it. Needed the catch with the team re-roll. So everything there, the dodge, the pass, and the catch all had re-rolls. Thankfully, I'd call that lucky. I didn't realise that was a mistake on my part. I thought that was 2 dice. So got away with it. Call that lucky. And the Troll Cops one, bringing life back into balance. So yeah, as I said, that pass play, as much as you would say that it was lucky it come off, it was 3s, all with re-rolls. To get more or less clear. So I don't know. 3 3+s, all with rerolls. Does he call that lucky? I don't know. So break tackle didn't fire there, so he can use it again here. So if the pass play was lucky, then that one's probably lucky. If the pass play is not lucky, then that's probably not. So they probably balance each other out. Troll stands up on a 4+. What a hero. Six. Only needed 3s. But again, had dodge there, so had rerolls. But needs it for the 2+, so that's okay. So yes, lucky to dodge out as he did, I guess, but then failed the 2+. Now that's a lucky dodge through. 3+, gets away with the button. Break tackle doing work. But go for it. Gets the sack. I'd say lucky bounce, but he's still got the extra go for it. So again, we're up to a lot of go for it coming off. Both teams doing it. Lucky on both teams, I reckon. Plus pickup with a reroll. Bit of a nothing K's there. And go for it's a working for everybody, including the troll. What a hero. Played well this game. That with claw might have blown. It was. So it's probably pretty lucky that my guy didn't cop something worse there. Go for it's happening for both teams. Reroll goes. More go for it. More go for it. Gets the push. Clever to give himself the 2-turn chance. So really, I don't think that offensive drive was overly lucky for the Wizards, objectively speaking. As I said, the clutch play, which is the term of the month, was the pass, and each action, dodge, the pass, the catch, all had rerolls. I suppose the only one that didn't was the animosity. So there's like 3 out of 4 had rerolls, if you like, and they were all 3s or 2s. So. Not super lucky. Lots of go for it on both teams. Not a lot of armor breaks or injuries to talk of. One hobgoblin got chinned, but not a huge impact. This is one of those key moments coming up now that I want to talk about as luck. Okay, so we will focus on this bit. Oh, not this bit. We'll focus on this bit. Yep, so that's pretty lucky. You get a blitz, that's lucky. Absolutely. No denying it. That is insanely lucky. particularly in the context of this game, of where this is at. He's got 2 turns to score. He's got 1 receiver deep, and it's a blitz. So, very lucky for the Wizards here. But that's a 5+ catch. That's pretty lucky. One dice block. So call that a 3+. Oh no, call that a 2+. Then a 3+ dodge. 2+ go for it. 4+ catch. So that's a lot of dice. That all works after the 5+ catch. Say that together was almost as lucky as the blitz. Actually, you know what? I want to work that out. So let's call it just that sequence of interesting. Let's have a look at it. So 2+. So it was 1 dice block. Don't roll a skull. Then he had to do a 3+ dodge, a 2+ go for it, and a 4+ handoff. Had a team reroll, in fact. So that's a 50% play. 50.2% that was going to come off. Now, a blitz is 1 in 11. So, not, okay, so there you go. This is why we do these things. The blitz was definitely more lucky. But then, 4 dice at the ball carrier doesn't knock him down. So 2 dice with a team reroll. That block. 2 dice with a team reroll. It was 80% chance that guy was going to go down. Then he doesn't. Jeez, go for it. There was a lot of go for it in this game. That's pretty lucky. It's a 4+ dodge and then a 3+ dodge. I had dodge, but so yeah, first blitz, absolutely lucky. Not to be able to stop. So again, that's 1 dice roll. Oh, there's the block and then 1 dice roll, 2 dice roll, 3 dice roll. Maybe it was only 1. No, 2 go for it at the end. So yeah, can't just say the blitz is lucky. To be able to pull off a 2-turn touchdown the way that he did there was lucky. Was well executed, gave himself every chance to do it, and hats off to him for pulling it off. Absolutely, just respect. But still, have to acknowledge that was enduring the 2 dice hit, making the 5+ catch. Yeah, that was. So overtime, Jihad win the toss. That's pretty lucky, 50-50, which is huge. Okay, that kid, I'm not interested in what you've got to say. Kickoff return, great skill this game. It was really, really impactful. That's lucky. The 2 in a game is huge. think Jawa's shown that he's really developed his understanding of how to position. This setup shows that. Takes a blitz, like opponent rolls a blitz, and he's still set. You know, look at that. I mean, he's got plays deep. He's got it covered. It's a really nice setup. Too many coaches get sucked into just going for blood on the line, and it worked for him in the first turn. But this is a much better setup because when the bad luck happens or the opponent is lucky, he's able to deal with it. So kudos to him. That's really well played. Snakes. That's unlucky. Three plus with a reroll. I ask you this question though. If he makes that, where's he going? That's probably not objective. I'll delete that comment. Okay, so he snakes. That sucks. Absolutely sucks. It was a 3+ pickup with a reroll. You're looking at about about an 88% chance of picking up that ball. Okay, so 3+ with a reroll is 88.9% chance of picking up the ball. Okay, so with the pickup that was just attempted was a 4+, which is with the team reroll had a 75% chance, but then had 3 chances to catch the ball with another player. Failed all of them. Have a look at it. Can I do it? It's not letting me. Come on. There we go. So the pickup 2 fail, 2 fail, scatters 1, 5+. So it would have been a 5+ catch, had 3 goes at it. No, something wrong. The first one was a 3+. 3+, 5+, 5+, failed all of them. So yeah, snake sucks, but then was pretty lucky that one of my players didn't catch the ball there. Just break tackle was good, didn't fail much. That's a 2+. Ask any elf coach that fails a lot. Now that's another mistake. So I don't know, that's not luck. That's just concentration. I don't know. Pressure. I don't know. Use the wrestle to make sure that he went down. Picks up on a 3+ with a reroll. 3+ dodge. Armor break. Unlucky. That's another failed catch attempt. So as much as the blitz was lucky, I think the fact that it wasn't converted, the blitz and then the snakes, to get away with it in the way that he has been pretty lucky. He was well positioned, so that's not luck, that's skill. It's another failed catch for the Wizards. So what's that? That's 5 now. And one to the Jihad in that sense. remember thinking at this point in time, I'm boned. Like, how the hell am I going to get it, is what I was thinking at this point in time. Taking out any plausible opportunity to pick up the ball. Cheeky 3+ dodge, gets away with it. This is the first time that guard really had a big impact on the game. This little sequence down here. Otherwise it wasn't super important. Gets down a blodger. Oh, hello. And equally is 3+ dodge. Both teams doing it. I like it. Yeah, I think that's the only stupid he did for the game. He was a good boy. Push onto the ball. That's pretty lucky. 5+ catch. And the correct scatter. Man, the break tackle was good in this game. It was really, really good. Did not fail much at all. Jeez, I needed that to be a knockdown. That's okay. I think that goblin moved too far then. One. There's a 2+, go for it. It's another break. On armor 8 with no mighty blow or claw. Claw mighty blow overrated. Did not fire for Java this game. Did more damage to that claw mighty blow player, mine that is, with his bull centaurs. No mighty blow, no claw. Pretty unlucky. It's a 1 in 9 block. So turn 21, the Wizards had a failed go for it, which is a 1 in 6. Then turn 22, they have a 1 in 9 fail block. And again, I don't want to call that luck. I really don't. That's just a mistake. You're just not paying attention, or you're under pressure, or you're not thinking, or that's not luck. That's just a mistake. It's a skill error, or a click error, or a PS4ism. It's not. That's not luck. It's lucky for me that I get the opportunity to stay in the game, but it's not. it's not the same as, and then snakes. So like that is unlucky. That's statistically unlikely. You know, not paying attention or misclicking or whatever. It's just it's an error. Okay, yeah. So 3+ catch fails, but gets the exact scatter and the 5+ catch again. That's Bull Centaur catch number 3 for this game. What was that? Just missed that. He chose the skull. That was a mistake. Again, like, it's not luck. Pay attention. That's not a disrespect to Jawa specifically, but if you're one who misclicks often, looking at you, Frenzy, pay attention. You say that it was lucky that he fat-fingered and did all of those things, but then turn 21, throw a go for it, fail. Turn 22, Goblin 1 in 9, fail. Turn 23, Snakes dodge, fail. Like, 3 turns in a row, I had unexpected turnovers. That's pretty unlucky. This bit's just bullcrap. This kickoff is just purely down to who rolls a higher dice, which is just, I think, a really uncool way to finish it. But I think it's funny, Jawa pointed out the tipping video this week that even the first kickoff was a draw. Couldn't split them. And I think that what this indicates, and the whole point of me, spending this whole hour talking about luck, is that both teams in this game, I said it at the start, were lucky in different ways. Bull Centaurs caught the ball 3 times throughout the game, rolled a myriad of go-for-its, pulled off a 2-turn touchdown after enduring a blitz, and 4 dice at his ball carrier who was potatoed. And he didn't have another option. That's not a recrimination potato. That's had no other options. But yes, the Wizards had 2 blitzes, but the bomber did nothing. The Wizards were playing with 9 players from turn 1. Didn't have a turn with all 11 players on it. The Jihad won the penalty overtime kickoff. It's just, there was a lot of things that went the Jihad's way in this game, and unfortunately we should have saved ourselves almost 3 hours and just flipped a coin at the start of the game, which I won the toss anyway, so no, that's probably not very nice. I hope that I've been objective as much as I could. If there's tones of subjectivity coming through, that I suppose this is an emotional part of this, that there's not too much I could do. And if if Commie watches this, he's going to say what he always says. This is as dry as Nun's nasty or whatever he said, but I really don't care. I really wanted to, capture this game, because if you watch it without the commentary, you can just enjoy what is the marvel of Blood Bowl, some randomness personified. It was just crazy, right down to the wire. Even as I said just a second ago, to quote Jawa, even the first kickoff was a draw. That's unreal. What a game it was. It had everything. There was passes, there was casualties, there was handoffs, potato runs, overtime. I don't think there was any fouls, but there was a sending off. No, it wasn't. It was casualty, not sent off. Look, it was an absolute cracker of a game. It was a pleasure to be a part of, and I think I can say that a little easier than Jawa can, because I won. And I said it at the start, Jawa very unlucky to not be going through, but not. I think the purpose of this was to go unlucky in the sense that it came down to the kickoff. I think both of us were pretty lucky throughout that game, and what it resulted in was just a magnificent game of Blood Bowl with everything that it had was the result of both of us getting pretty lucky at different points. If one of us was more lucky than the other in that game, it wouldn't have been as close as it was. I think that's a pretty good way of summing it up. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I hope you have enjoyed watching this replay. I'm going to put it up on YouTube. I think the important thing to remember is that when you're reflecting on your game, try to remember when you are lucky. Acknowledge it. 2 blitzes and the penalty kickoff. That was probably the biggest points for the Wizards, and some bull centaur brilliance. I think was and winning the overtime kickoff. I think were the big ones for the Jihad. So I don't know. I would say, and will put my hand on my heart and say that the Wizards were were luckier in this game, but not by the stretch of the margin that that it would first appear. Anyway, if I say any more, I'm going to feel like I'm subjectively commentating. Most of you will say that I'm doing that anyway. If you've stuck around this long, it means that you're interested in what I've got to say, so thank you. If you haven't stuck around, then fuck ya. I shouldn't say that. My mum would be appalled. Anyway, alright, I'm going to sign off. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your day.